Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. If you'd like to take a seat in the sanctuary, please. Those of you at home, the people in the sanctuary are unruly today, so I'm sure they'll calm down. I am Reverend Marjorie Contenti, and it is my pleasure and my privilege to be leading the meditation here at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living this morning. So, welcome all of you here in the sanctuary. Welcome all of you in your private sanctuaries at home, the space that you are creating for yourself to meditate and to participate in the service this morning. So let us begin by becoming aware of our breath, not forcing the breath, but becoming aware that this life-giving air enters your body freely, easily. It's automatic. You don't even have to think about it. I invite you to close your eyes, to make yourself comfortable wherever you are situated. And in your own rhythm, take a nice full breath in, and in your own time, release that breath. And let's do that a couple of times. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, being aware of the breath. You may have noticed that just the very act of taking a couple of conscious breaths slows us down. It begins to bring us into this very moment that we are living now. Our busy minds would have us in the future, they would have us in the past. We're often thinking. So paying attention to the breath brings us here, because this moment is really the only moment. This is where we are now. We are here. This is the place of power, the place of choice, the place of knowing and feeling and being alive and aware of this glorious life that we have the opportunity to be aware of and to be living in every moment. Breathing in and breathing out. And on your next out breath, so take a breath in, and on the out breath, allow yourself to sink more deeply into whatever is supporting you. Just let your body relax. And as your body relaxes, so too will your mind follow. Slow down a little. Know that there is nothing outside of your breath, outside of simply being here, that requires your attention for the next little while that we're meditating. So leaving behind everything you brought into your sanctuary with you, just gently letting it slide away back to the breath, breathing in and breathing out. You have given yourself the gift this morning of a little time, a little space, to simply be aware that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. If you become distracted when we move into silence, simply draw your attention back to your breath, breathing in, and on the out breath, releasing and relaxing. And as we move into this silence, I give you these words from Ernest Holmes, who said, "I will rest within me now, and I will speak comfort to my soul." Breathing in, breathing out, knowing that we are breathing now with all the creatures of the world. None of us alone, all of us part of this one great life. So releasing, relaxing, just being until you hear again the sound of my voice. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing yourself back from wherever your awareness has been. Noticing the breath. And as you notice the breath, begin to notice your body. Becoming aware. And knowing that as we come back from meditation, we bring with us the sense of peace and well-being. We are never separated from the connection that we may make more consciously with the divine in meditation, but it never leaves us. We are always divinely guided, led, supported, inspired. Breathing in, breathing out. No matter what experience you had in meditation today, we call it good and very good. Even if you feel like your mind was a little busy or it didn't look as perfect as you might have liked it to look, know that you have given yourself this gift. That this time you spend with yourself is always valuable time. So we bring ourselves back to this moment, fully awake and alive and conscious, connected with the understanding that each of us is the magnificence of spirit expressing itself, wholly unique and wholly connected to the One. This phenomenon of oneness being expressed in multiple ways is a glorious concept. So knowing ourselves as the peace, the power, the love, the joy, the creativity, the intelligence of spirit itself, uniquely ourselves and absolutely connected, we give thanks for this meditative time. We give thanks for the center. We give thanks for our own willingness to show up in our own lives as we create lives of joy and meaning. Breathing in and breathing out. Another nice breath. And in your own good time, open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes, just give your body a little shake and bring yourself fully back to this moment, into this time and space. And I wish you a glorious day and a beautiful week. Namaste.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, no no one will love you as you are. Learn to be afraid of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the darkest words want to cut you down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa. My skin will fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are reaching toward the barricade and reaching for the sun. We are warriors, oh that's what we've become. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa. The sharpest words want to cut you down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. And I know that I deserve your love, 'cause there's nothing I'm not worthy of. This is me.
Yowza! Ooh, I came in hot there. So we can all go home because that was like my talk right there. So nice to see everybody. Pass the basket. See you later. Okay, hi everybody. How are you? Hey, Pete. It's good to see you. Awesome. I want to welcome everybody to the center and introduce myself if you are new to us. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you've never been to a center for spiritual living, there's a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. We understand that there are as many paths to understanding, which I'm going to talk about in just a bit, many paths to understanding as there are people on this earth. There are 8 billion people on this planet. That means 8 billion sparks of the divine, and that's not even talking about the critters and the plants and everything else, celebrating kind of an Earth Day theme there, that we are all expressions of the one. One into multiplicity. And so wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're absolutely welcome here. We're so happy to see so many people here, and also our Love Stream folks. So if you people in the audience would turn around and wave where it says on air, we just like to include our Love Stream people as well, because we are absolutely part of the same community. So it's wonderful that we're all here. So what I'd like to ask is if there's anybody who is here for the first time. We don't want to embarrass you. We just want to make eye contact you and let you know you're absolutely welcome here. So, any new people? Thank you. I thought maybe so. So, Rosalie, right here on your same row, and then in the back next to Kathy in the stripes as well. And thank you so much for being here. Our music is always that good, so it's not just like, oh yeah, we'd like bring a really great song every once in a while. This is who we are. This is us, right? This is us. Okay. So we're going to start out by singing some more our congregational song. This is I Send My Love Over the Mountains. I Send My Love Into the Sea. So let's stand up and sing together, shall we?
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
Who feels good? I'm feeling all good. Yeah, so it's time for the kids to go to Fun Day, but I'm not sure we've got Fun Day, do we? You do? Yay! Frankie's here! Frankie's here! She's not at all excited. Do you guys run to the center with that same amount of enthusiasm? If not, we're going to be working on that, okay? Okay, we've got so many things happening here at the center, and I'm so glad to see a full house and know that we've got a whole bunch of people online as well, because we're back, baby. We're back. Yeah. Woo! Okay, so today we are having our Sacred Sound Healing Immersion at 1:30 this afternoon. So that gives you plenty of time to go grab a bite to eat and then come back here. How many of you have ever had like a singing bowl or a sound immersion experience before? Yeah, look around the room. It is so cool because these things I just can't describe what the sound that they make and the vibration that gets into you. It's just so cool. So that's today at 1:30. You can still get the $15 price if you buy your ticket with Sandra and Neil before noon. Before noon. So right after service, go crash their table and get it for $15. If after that, it's going to be $20 at the door, and we're asking for cash because we don't have a way of doing credit. So on your way to lunch, go by the ATM and get $20 and then come back for that. So that's today, and it's a happening thing. So you're going to bring your blanket, yoga mat, a pillow, a journal, and your beautiful, authentic self. I'm super looking forward to this. Okay, so powering your decisions. I'm going to invite Reverend Leslie, who is teaching this course in just a couple of weeks, to tell you about it. And Leslie, if you stand right on the X, everybody, X marks the spot.
Good morning. Okay, how many people here? Wait a minute. Do you see any picket fence things in my butt? I used to be a person that sat on the picket fence. It was so comfortable after a while. You didn't even notice those sharp points. Honestly, I had no way of making decisions. I was terrible at it. I'd wait and I'd wait and I'd wait. What should I do? Is it the right thing? Is it the wrong thing? How many of you felt like that? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't know. Should I go for 2 whole weeks on vacation? It was hard. I know. But other decisions too. Should I leave them? Should I stay? It's easier to stay. Is it? I don't know. Doesn't seem like after he said that. So many things. We are doing this course. It's called Powering. Well, this book is called The Power of Decision. It is, you can tell, my favorite book. I love this book. I love this teaching. And it's new course material. So it's Powering Your Decisions. There's an extra manual that we're going to be doing. So my lovely Tracy is my co-facilitator. And I got to tell you, this book changed my life. I got off that picket fence and I was able to start making decisions. Like moving to Calgary and stuff like that. This book, the chapters are decide to be happy, decide to be wealthy, decide to be healthy, and decide to live a good life. Who's in on having a new way of looking at things, right? Yes. Now, one of the things I got to tell you, I know we have goals and make dreams and everything. Yes. But what happens when you get that new car? 2 weeks later, it's a car, right? It's just like that. You get the house with the picket fence, so comfortable. After a few weeks, it's like, God, I got to do the laundry again. I got to clean that toilet. Come on. Why is that? Because we are constantly evolving. We are evolving beings, and this is what this book teaches us, is how to make those decisions, achieve those goals, and move on. We're constantly emerging and becoming more than we are. And so that's the creative process. So I invite all of you to join me and Tracy as we evolve and create and make some incredible decisions and find that beautiful path to happiness, to wealth, to health, and a beautiful life. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay up there for just a couple of seconds. So, Reverend Leslie, is this a in-person or hybrid or online class?
It is an in-person class. We don't have a tech person for online. So it's in person, and it's great to co-create together in person. We build some community. It's 8 weeks, so it goes from May 9th to the end of June, and it's fantastic. So we'll be here 6:30 to 9 o'clock on Tuesdays.
Okay, I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done with you.
One more.
Okay, one more. How do they sign up?
I don't know.
Oh.
How do they sign up?
Oh, wait, I do. So you can send an e-transfer to office@calgarycsl.org. That's how we do it now. And just put in the memo Power of Decision or Decisions or something like that. And the 270 course fee includes the registration with our home office and also a brand new workbook as well. Plus, you want to pick up the copy of Power of Decision in the bookstore as well. So thank you. Talk to Reverend Leslie, talk to Tracy, talk to me afterwards if you want to find out some more about this course. But it's an awesome one. I love this book as well.
Yes, and so it is changed. It's not just this book. So the workbook that we're talking about is an additional book. So we'll be going through this book and a workbook that was designed specifically for this program. And you get a student manual as well.
Yeah.
So we'll email you the student manual, and you're responsible to either use it on your tablet or to print it yourself. That's what we're doing. So, but you will get the workbook. You have to purchase this, and you have to print your own material. So that's basically the course in a nutshell. But beside all of that, don't forget, we're expansive human beings.
Make a decision. Thank you, Reverend Leslie. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Our AGM is next week. If you're a member, we please ask you to either come to the meeting or send in a proxy so that we have a quorum. And we're going to elect new board members. You're going to hear about some of the vision of the center. It's always really, really fun and really, really interesting. So I encourage, even if you're not a member, you can attend. But if you are a member, we do need you to either fill in a proxy or attend the meeting. That's next Sunday right after service. Consciousness Seekers, this is our program with Ron Hahn on Monday nights, and we're just talking about it. It has always been such a deep dive for everybody, and now they're lightening it up a little bit using this book by Eckhart Tolle and A New Earth, and that's Monday nights at 7 o'clock. On Zoom, and then our other ongoing groups are Coffee with Dr. Pat, that's me, Wednesdays at noon on Zoom, and then our Saging Circle is our Wisdom Keepers, 55 and above, sharing wisdom and sharing space with one another. All of these are on Zoom at this point. If you want to join any of them, you can look on the website or the newsletter. Okay, I think that's all I've got to tell you about. Like I said, we're back. It's pretty exciting. So now I'm going to invite Reverend Marjorie Contenti, who is our practitioner of service today, and Amy and John are going to lead us in a chant, but I'd like to invite all the other ministers and practitioners to please come forward if you're in the house. Great to see everybody here. Awesome. They're here to work with you, especially after service. Today's talk may stir you up a little bit. And so if you just need to talk to somebody, avail yourself of one of them. They usually hang out kind of in that area of the sanctuary. And just, people are like, I'm so scared to approach them. Don't be. Just go up and say, hey, can I talk to you? Or something like that. They are here and they yearn to do work on your behalf. And so please welcome Reverend Marjorie, Amy, and John.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright. I am light, reflecting light. Love reflecting love. I am one with the divine. I am peace expressing heaven bright. I am light, reflecting light.
Light reflecting light. Love encompassing everything. Peace and power. Intelligence and abundance. This is the life we live and we know. And this is the life of spirit, the life that is everywhere, that is infinite. There can be nothing outside of this divine power. And I see this power, this beauty reflected everywhere, in the faces of all those I am in relationship with and all those that I meet everywhere. I see this power, this peace reflected in the beauty and the dynamic energy of nature. As I walk beside the river and among the trees, I know that I am one with this energy especially in this springtime of growth and renewal. There is nothing outside of this peace and power. So I know this truth for myself, and I know for each one here. And so I speak in the first person and declare that I am one with this power. I am its love. I am its peace. I am its awareness. I am a brilliant expression of life. I embrace this idea that I am a unique expression of one great life. So while I am intimately connected with all other expressions of life, I am expressing it in my own way. And the way that I choose to express it is divinely informed, divinely guided, divinely led. I am inspired moment by moment to live a great life. I am a conscious being creating a life of joy and meaning as I define it. I am at choice. I have the power of an entire universe behind me, around me, within me that propels me forward into saying yes to the next great idea for me, to be fully myself. Wow. So I relax into this beautiful and joyful life. I surrender my need to get it right. I surrender my need to make it look a certain way. And I simply relax into the love that I am, the peace and power, the creativity, the intelligence, and I say yes, and I let life flow through me in ever more beautiful relationships, ever more beautiful expressions of work, ever more beautiful ways that I play, just an ever more beautiful life. And I give thanks for this. I give thanks for my own expression as spirit. I give thanks for the power of spirit acting in, as, and through me. And I give thanks for all others who look separate from me, but in fact are connected with me in this beautiful divine life. So in thanks for this center, for each one here, for myself, for Dr. Pat, for everyone who makes this happen every week, in gratitude, I release this word, knowing that it is the spiritual truth as spoken. Please declare with me, and so it is.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
Bring yourselves back. And if you feel comfortable, please join with me in reading the vision statement. We take this seriously at the center. We created it together, and it really is an expression of who we choose to be as a community as we change the world together. Our vision statement: the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And our mission statement, this is how we make this happen. The Calgary Centre for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you, Reverend Marjorie. Thank you, Amy and John, and thank you, all my beloveds. All y'all. I'm loving that. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. And I don't know, in my 30 plus years of being a practitioner, I don't know that I've ever heard somebody so enthusiastically say, wow, during a treatment, and I kind of loved it. Thank you so much. Please welcome a portion of Elevation. We have a beautiful duet today with Amy Bishop and John Day. Give them a hand.
A purple sky to close the day. I wade the surf where dolphins play. The taste of salt, the dance of waves. My soul wells up with hallelujahs. A lightning flash, my pounding heart, a breaching whale, a shooting star gives testimony to the power, and my soul wells up with hallelujah. Oh, praise now all these mighty works. There is no language where love can't be heard. A song goes out to all the earth. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, cratered moon, oh, sparrow's wings, oh, thunder's boom, oh, Saturn's rings. Unveil the spirit as we sing. My soul wells up with hallelujahs. Oh, praise thou all these mighty works. There is no language where love can't be heard. A song goes out to all the earth. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. inside my wrist, a falling snow, a rising mist. There is no greater love than this, and my soul wells up, my soul wells up. Oh, my soul wells up with hallelujah. Oh, praise all these mighty works. There is no language where love can't be heard. A song goes out to all the earth. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Amy Bishop and John Day. Holy moly, moly. Thank you both so much. Whew. I'm going to really need to breathe now. It's really nice to see a full room. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, it's really wonderful. And we love you too. Just want to make sure you know that, but it's really nice to have a full house here, or pretty full house anyway. So would you breathe with me, please? Taking a deep breath. And again. And one more time. After the beauty of that song and how we were just all together with it, then it's nice to breathe and just kind of center that, isn't it? So we all know the Shakespeare sonnet, right? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. In it, he's professing his admiration for his beloved in very poetic and very beautiful terms. And he's saying that she surpasses even the flowers and the beauty of a summer day. It's super romantic and makes even the most jaded of us kind of want to swoon, right? Okay, maybe me. But Shakespeare isn't the only one who uses comparison in life. The truth is we compare things all of the time. Oh, I had a slide for that. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day, thou art more lovely and more temperate? Yeah. So we compare things all the time. I want you to listen, because I'm such a word nerd that if I'm working with a word like compare or comparison, I want to know its definition. I know how I use it, but I want to know its definition. So let's take a look at some of the definitions of the word compare. estimate, measure, or note the similarity or dissimilarity between, contrast, differentiate, point out the resemblances to, liken, and equate. Now, if we go using those definitions, comparison is a powerful tool for gaining information, for becoming educated, to being discerning. Should I do this? Like decision making. Should I do this? Should I do it? Here's the pros and cons, so to speak. It helps with our decision making. However, when we use comparison in negative, non-life affirming ways, it can be very damaging to our self-esteem, especially when we do it to ourselves, which is when we usually do it. Would you agree? Because more often than not, when we compare ourselves with someone else, we end up feeling less than or not good enough. And no matter how well we may be doing in our life's path, and we really feel we've gotten everything going on all cylinders, and then we see someone that we think is doing better, we allow that to diminish our own accomplishments. In other words, when we see someone who has the things we say we want, our life, even though it may be great, doesn't quite measure up. For instance, I have a young friend who is pretty, fit, well-educated, has a good job, has a handsome boyfriend, has an active social life. She has a close family. If you were to look at her life, you would think that she has the world on a string, and she's not even 25 years old yet. But what she told me was that she isn't active on social media because when she goes on social media, Instagram, Facebook, any of those others, and she sees the posts of people that she grew up with whose lives appear to be going well, she compares her life to theirs, and it makes her feel depressed. Now, can you imagine that? I said she is living this remarkable life for a 25-year-old, and yet when she compares it with others who are doing better in her estimation, her life comes up lacking. Which brings me to a favorite quote about this. Comparison is the thief of joy. And it's true, isn't it? We may be doing really good things in life. We may be making a difference. We may be really happy with the life that we are creating. But as soon as we start comparing it with someone else, it can rob us of our joy. For example, sometimes when I hear about one of my colleagues and their center is doing super, super well and they have gigantic classes and they're an in-demand keynote speaker, and I compare what I'm doing, and I sometimes feel like I'm not enough. And yet the truth of the matter is we have an awesome center. Oh my God. Our community is strong and it's growing, and our classes are absolutely amazing. And sometimes I even get asked to speak at a meeting or a conference. So why do I allow the pain of comparison to rob me of my joy? Now, before I answer that rhetorical question, because it is, let me just first tell you that I'm better than I used to be. I've done a lot of work about loving and appreciating myself. I've done a lot of work there, and sometimes I temporarily forget what I know, and I fall asleep. But the good news is, because I've done the work, it doesn't happen as often, and I don't stay asleep for as long. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that is the very definition of spiritual growth. Because the truth is, even the most enlightened, aware, and awake people sometimes fall asleep. So it is the measure of our growth is that we don't stay there as long. I've got this quote from Ernest Holmes. It's a long one, so bear with me. But it just hit me right between the eyes when I found it. He said, I do not think that we should make such a claim to divinity with a capital D that we forget we are human, for our humanity proclaims the creativity of the divine. Human we are, doing the best we can and ever seeking a fuller realization of our source. It goes on. Our experience is filled with laughter and tears, singing, dancing, praying, and exalting, and sometimes falling into the depths of despair. We need to have a good-natured flexibility toward all that we encounter, not fighting against life, but cooperating with it. Right? So what's the solution here? How do we keep ourselves from falling into that negativity trap of comparison? Well, the first thing is to realize that we all do it. We all do it. Just as Ernest Holmes said, it's a function of being human is that we're going to compare things. However, once we have accepted that, then we can do the work, the internal work, to recognize, to embrace, and to celebrate who we are versus who we are not. In other words, to realize that we are all here as an expression of life. Life with a capital L. We are all here as an expression of life. And that our expression is unique, and it is special, and it is real, and it is ours. Because when we negatively compare ourselves with other people, not only are we diminishing our own joy, but we are energetically robbing them of their joy of expressing. Do you hear what I'm saying here? Because if it's true that we are all connected, and I say that every single week, then when we harbor even micro resentments or jealousy or envy about someone else, we are effectively sending out ripples of negativity into the collective. But when we recognize that each of us is different, and each of us has something to share, and each of us adds to the beauty and the depth and the richness of life, then we can experience someone else's triumph and be glad in it, and at the same time be happy and grateful for our own way of expressing. For example, most of you know that I love to sing. Singing has been part of my life forever. However, I make the joke that when I moved here and I heard Amy for the first time, I pretty much quit singing. I mean, why would I sing when I can listen to her? Am I right? Yes. But that's actually not true, because I still love singing. I love to sing. I sing my heart out every Sunday morning during our Kong songs. They turn my mic off, I'll let you know that. But and occasionally, brave me, I'll ask Amy to do a duet with me. Oh my God, can you imagine? In other words, I do not let my comparison of hearing Amy rob me of my joy. I continue to be the singer that I am, and I still enjoy it when she sings. Zen Shin said this: a flower does not think of competing to the flower next to it. It just blooms. So I want you to think about how your life could be if instead of comparing yourself and coming up lacking, if you simply allowed yourself to bloom to your fullest expression. After all, as Ernest Holmes wrote, if God saw fit to make you and me, we belong, and we are needed, and life itself would be incomplete without us, or it never would have made us. So what that tells me is that each of us is here for a purpose. And I'm not talking about predestination. That isn't our teaching. We are not a teaching of it's written in stone and nothing can change. In fact, we're just the opposite. What I'm saying here is that each of us arrived here with a passion, with a talent, with an aptitude. And we fulfill life when we use it. Now, I know some people who say, oh, I don't know what my purpose is, or, oh, I can't find my purpose. I don't know what my passion is. And what I find if we dig a little bit deeper, is that what's happening is that people are comparing their lives with others. We see somebody doing something great, and we feel like we don't have anything to offer. But here's the truth. Not everybody is going to find a cure for cancer. Not everybody is going to find a fix for climate change. Not everybody is going to bring about world peace. It's just true. It's not going to happen. But some of us are here with a kind and gentle heart. And that is our passion. Some of us are here to love animals. And that is our passion. Some of us are here to simply smile at a lonely person and just think of what the impact has on that. Maybe the passion is to I hear about people going for a walk. Maybe it was somebody here going for a walk and picking up trash now that the snow is melted. Maybe your passion is to be in service in some way. Maybe your passion, maybe your purpose was giving birth to amazing children. All of these things make a difference. All of these things that they matter in the world. All of these things have purpose and they are important. But if we spend our time comparing our gift or our purpose with someone else's that we deem greater, we are not contributing to the greater good. We are diminishing it. Bob Goff said, we won't be distracted by comparison if we are captivated with purpose. And as we become captivated with purpose, we tune in to our gifts, to our true gifts. And we allow ourselves to service those gifts, those talents, those experiences. One of the reasons why we teach so many classes in this center and in centers worldwide is because it allows us to understand the universe more. And the more we understand the universe, the clearer we see our place in it. So whether it's foundations or it's visioning or it's powering your decisions that Reverend Leslie's doing or any other course that we offer, we ultimately gain a deeper awareness as to how the universe is and how intricate it is and how complicated it is and how orderly it is, and we start to understand our place in it. Yes? Because spiritual study allows us to explore who we really are and what we really offer to the world. And when we recognize who we really are and what we are offering to the world, it lessens the tendency to compare. because ultimately we realize that what we bring to the table of life, and then we recognize what other people are bringing to the table of life. And pretty soon, because we understand that this is all one big giant universe, we're all sitting at the table, and it is laden with amazing and wonderful and purposeful and delicious and nutritious and bountiful, awe-inspiring stuff from everyone, everywhere. So I want to close with a quote by one of my favorite authors, Anonymous. Don't compare your life to others. There is no comparison between the sun and the moon. They both shine when it's their time. So I thought we would close with a few affirmations. How do you think about that? Here they are. Let's say this first one together. There is no need to compare myself with anyone. Did you mean it? Or did you say it by rote? Let's do it like we actually meant it, okay? There is no need to compare myself with anyone. I am unlike any other. I am unique, one-of-a-kind expression of life. I recognize my gifts, talents, and abilities, and I let them shine. I recognize others' gifts, talents, and abilities, and I celebrate them all. And so it is. So you would almost think that we planned the music to go along with these topics. Would you take that down? And please welcome again Elevation, which is featuring Amy Bishop, Luis Tovar, Daniel Nava, and John Day. Give them a hand.
When I was a child, I could hear the song in the breeze, and I heard the voice in the trees. It was there calling out my name. But I'm not a girl. I have known the taste of defeat, and I finally grown to believe it will all come around again. Though I may not know the answers, I can finally say I'm free. And if the questions let me hear, then I am who I was born to be. And so here am I, open arms and ready to stand. I've got the world in my hands, and it feels like my turn to fly. Though I may not know afraid to take in the light, unashamed to have braved the dark. Though I may not know the answers, I can finally say I'm free. And if the questions let me hear, then I am who I was born to be. I am who I was born to be.
Amy Bishop, John Day, Luis Tovar, Daniel Nava. Holy moly, you guys brought it today, hey? Golly. But I'm not comparing myself. Wow. Don't invite him back, okay? Wow, that was pretty something. Okay, so this gives me an opportunity to talk about how we can support the center. Because what you just experienced, you would pay to hear at a concert. Am I right? Oh my God. We have some of the finest working musicians in the city who get up and are here at 8:30 in the morning to rehearse so that they can bring us to tears like that. So if you appreciate that, if you appreciate what you hear, if you appreciate being part of this community, yay, thank you. And if you want to show it in a financial way, yay, thank you. You can send e-transfers, go to the website, send a check, call the office. And then we also take care of it here on Sunday mornings. So I invite everyone to take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation, hold it to your heart. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me, multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is. And we're going to sing, I Thank Love for Everything. 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 I thank love. Let's hear what they got to say.
Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. It got kind of gloomy out, but it's still warm, so that's kind of nice. And so we spent time outside today, and we walked around our space picking up garbage.
Oh,
They had-
right! I talked about that today.
Did you?
Yes!
Yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, if I had a couple more kids, we had a different activity planned. So this kind of worked out, and we just took time just to be grateful for our space outside. We took a look at our garden, which somebody magically tilled for me this week. Amazing. And so we're going to start planting either next weekend or the weekend after. So please make sure to bring your littles so that they can participate in the planting of our fun day garden out front. And then, we took an opportunity to pick up some garbage, and we looked at our little library, and then we came in and we did some painting of some crafts that we made a couple weeks ago. So we had so much fun talking about Earth Day, and we did a recycling activity, and I have two very gifted children here. So thank you so much for bringing them.
Thank you, Miss Rachel. And Frankie and Eli, thank you for doing that. That's very cool. That's very cool that you guys did that.
Is this thing still on? Okay, cool. Please continue to bring your little ones. The only way that we can continue to grow as a community is to have these little kids growing up within our philosophy and leading the way. They are definitely bright, guiding souls. So thank you so much, and please bring your littles.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rachel. All right, so let's stand up. We're going to do our closing blessing. So you know what we do? We rub our hands together. For our new people, we just rub our hands together. We're going to send our energy out into the world to wherever it's needed. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3. Woo! Have a great week.
Gotta keep reminding myself I'm not like anyone else. That's my face on my ID that makes me VIP. No one exactly like this, no one with my fingerprints. No one can touch it like me. No, I can't fake what you see. They tell you, girl, to get your way, you've got to show some skin. A guy will never get nowhere unless he fights to win. It starts with little changes till you don't know who you are. Surround yourself with friends who only call you a superstar. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But you don't know who you are. The sky is the limit and I just wanna flow free as a spirit on a journey low. Cut the strings and let me go. I'm weightless, I'm weightless. Billions of balloons tethered to the ground. The weight of the world wants to hold me down. Cut the strings and let me go. I'm weightless, I'm weightless, yeah. All the things I hold in my fist, if I let go, I don't exist. They become the things that define me. How I look and what things to buy me. It's not important anymore. Feel me rising off the floor, light as a feather and carefree. I'm weightless. Sky is the limit and I just want to flow free as a spirit on a journey of hope. Cut the strings and let me go. I'm weightless, I'm weightless. Billions of balloons tethered to the ground. The weight of the world wants to hold me down. Ha! Cut the strings and let me go. I'm weightless, I'm weightless. They tell you, girl, to get your way, you've got to show some skin. A guy will never get no anywhere unless he fights to win. It all just seems so heavy, weighs me down like lead. Don't wanna be someone I hate, that just makes no sense.